Welcome back to the show. I am the Star Wars Daddy and I'm bringing you another video. What is this video? I've already forgotten. I don't know. Oh yeah, it is the September mail haul video. This is where I take all the items that have stacked up for the month that I've purchased, that I plan on putting into my own collection, and I display them for you. We go over all these items. They're not just Star Wars. We've got Ghostbusters. We've got Ninja Turtles. We've got Simpsons, Indiana Jones, and tons of Star Wars. So we're going to go over a lot of items. I might carry a couple of these items over into October, but I already have items that are on their way now that will be for October. It really never ends, not only with the videos that I give to you, but it never ends on the things coming in to the Star Wars Daddy. Before we get into all of those items, if you could check out a couple videos, just in case you haven't seen them or you're brand new to my channel. Right here, we've got Darkwing Duck video. I took every single item that was in my collection that's all graded. There might have been one or two items that weren't graded, but the majority of them all were mint on card graded or vehicle boxed graded items. And I gave a little tribute to Darkwing Duck. We had lots of clips from the show. I love this show, and you got to check these items out. I also did a review on the Glasslite factory out of Brazil. Some incredible items in my collection. Most all were graded as well. We go through the full gamut of the Glasslite factory, when it started, where it came from, what the figures look like compared to Kenner items that were released, so you have an idea of what to look for if you're trying to find your own Glasslite figures, and where you can go to find them on Facebook groups and all that kind of stuff. So check this video out. And then most recently on my Sunday released videos, I just did a Han Solo collection review. Every Han Solo in my collection. We went over them all. I have loose figures, I have loose graded figures, I have mint on card figures, all kinds of stuff. And I had clips throughout the entire video from Han Solo, some of my favorite clips in between all the little different items. So you gotta check the video out. And on Wednesday, that just happened, we had episode 42 of our eBay Star Wars listing videos. We had a blue snaggletooth, we had mini rigs, we had vehicles, we had graded items. It was quite a collection of items. We had thousands of dollars come into the door, and this is the thumbnail right here. Please go check those out. Those videos happen every single Wednesday, and they're auctions that I start on Sundays, that end on Sundays on eBay of all Kenner Star Wars items. And we've typically had anywhere from 70 to 100 items every single week that go up for auction. And if you're wondering how in the world can I get to this guy's eBay account, go down in the description right below in this video, and you'll see all the links to my socials as well as to my eBay account. And that's where you can go check out what's available, bid on my items, and get some incredible items from me, the Star Wars Daddy. And we also crown a Daddy of the Week for who spent the most money every single Sunday on my eBay. So go and check out all this fun stuff. But I think that's enough of this housekeeping, enough of all this gibberish and me talking. I've gone for 4 minutes. Let's shut me up. Well, I guess I'm going to have to keep talking. We can't shut me up, but we're going to shut me up from talking, and we're going to do a little bit more of show and tell. Let's look at September's mail haul. Okay, let's go over all these items. And the first thing is Alf. Oh my gosh. I did love Alf growing up. And this is a bent up dinner tray that you probably had something like this back in the 80s. And the only reason I purchased this is because it's going to help me with my organization when I get collections in the mail. And I've got these little accessories, and I'm trying to put different figures on here. I'm cleaning figures. This holds them. They do not escape. They don't fly off of the counter. And that's the reason why I got this, is to help me with all my Star Wars collections when they come in. It's very easy to transport them, too. Once they're in here, I can walk them up and down the stairs where I need to get them. But this I got for incredibly cheap. I think it was like 10 bucks, so you can't beat that. And here's my Simpsons item of the month. It's a Cheech and Chong signed print, photo print of their characters from Simpsons. It's got the Beckett seal down here that these are legit signatures. It was from pristineauction.com, but that's not where I purchased it. I purchased it from a seller on eBay. That's not Pristine Auctions. And but this is going to look nice. I've got a bunch of other signed Simpsons photos that are like this. And they're all up in my son's room right now, and he does not want to have them. He is 15 years old and does not want toys and things that are like that in his room when he visits. So I am going to take all those down and make some sort of a wall down here, or a section of the wall that's all Simpsons-related stuff. And if you know me, you know I've got to get comics, and I don't know why, but this price on this one was too good to be true. It's Daredevil's number 72, graded 8.5, white pages by CGC. It's from January of 1971. And to get a comic that's that old with an 8.5, and it's, you know, something that's coming up. We got some Daredevil content that's going to be coming out soon. I had to get this, and again, it got it for super cheap. And so I'm going to love putting this up on my comic section that's over here. And great. I've got some loose Star Wars items that we're going to go over now. They're going to be sent to be graded by CAS here soon. And this is a baggie for Zuckus. I don't know which one it is exactly. It's a Made in China baggie. Not sure about the coating on it, but going to send this one off to go with all my baggie run that I've been working on. And I sent off a bunch of baggies already that are sitting with CAS, and then this will be added to it. And this here is a Taiwan Boba Fett, but this is the painted head, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get it much on screen here, but it is the painted head version, and got this for a pretty good deal. The paint has almost, you know, mostly worn off, but it is still visible there. It's obvious that that's the figure that this is. So I'm going to send it off to be graded. Who knows what's going to happen? It could come back with a lower grade because of that paint missing on it. But, you know, if you get one that's high grade, those go for, you know, $800 to $1,000. And I am not willing to spend that amount of money on one. So I'll just get one that I got at a very decent price, send it to be graded, and I will spend well less than half of the amount that these go for at a high grade. And so hopefully I can get a 75 on it. If I get 75, this is a steal. So we're crossing our fingers, hoping for that 75 on this one. And we'll update you with a CAS unboxing as that happens a few months down the road. And more heaters here. This is the Retorno Lily Letty Luke Skywalker with the blonde hair. I've got the accessories right here that go with it. And we're going to send this one off to be graded. I already have one at CAS right now being graded. And so depending on which one has the lower grade of the two, I will be selling one of these maybe with Rogue 5 Toys or on my eBay site. I'm not sure. But this is a very nice example. There is not much paint wear at all on this one. I think this one is actually going to end up being a higher grade than the one that's already sitting with CAS right now. So we will see. And then I've got this. Look at the condition of this Takara wind-up R2. It is beautiful. I mean, the stickers are almost perfect, and the dome is perfect. It winds up and it works. There's not much rust at all. This usually rusts a lot and kind of bleeds sometimes into this little white handle, but there's barely any rusting that's on it. And right here, I'm not sure you can see it. Right there. I think it's Japan. It says Japan right there. So this is from the Takara factory in Japan. And what does it say on the front? Just has the date, 1978 is listed right here. But this is going to be sent off for... Oh, it's actually... Well, I'll just show you that it works. You can see that the legs are moving there. So it still works. It's in great condition. I've never seen one this nice, honestly. And got this from a seller on eBay who had a few of them actually in this condition. Picked them up from a Kenner employee is what they said. Who knows? But I will send this off. Oh, he still wants to keep going. Look at him go. But I'm going to send this off to be graded. I'd sold off a CAS graded version that I had of this figure maybe 6 to 8 months ago, and I regretted it the second it happened. So, but I sold it for like $800, and I got this for $200. So if I get this for $200, send it off to be graded. $300, I'll probably be in it for, you know, the grading costs plus the shipping. And this is going to be a higher grade than the one that I sold. So it's all going to work itself out. Let's get into some Indiana Jones. This is a sealed VHS copy of Raiders of the Lost Ark. It is in beautiful condition, and I'm actually going to be sending this off to be graded. If you can believe it, I have a collection right here of graded VHS movies. I've got all the Star Wars, the original trilogy. I've got another Indiana Jones graded VHS up here and some other stuff. I think there's actually a couple DVDs that are graded up here. So I'm going to send this off for the very first time, sending a VHS to be graded. And hopefully I get a decent grade on it. And it's going to go up in that collection. I'll have a video at some point going over all of the different things that I have in my VHS collection. And that's it. But we got some more Indiana Jones coming up right now. All right, we've got a sealed baggie of Belloc, but I'm going to send this off to be graded. This was the mail away character that you could mail away for, and they go for pretty decent amounts graded, and this is in very nice condition. The baggie looks nice. The print on it's very nice. It's all completely sealed, and I got a very good deal on this from one of my buddies on eBay, and I'm going to send that off to be graded. But I've got some graded ones that I already have. And I'm going to actually take the ones that are loose in my collection, and I'm going to sell those and replace them with these graded ones. And hopefully at some point I'll have them all graded in my collection. Here we've got the 1982 Kenner Indiana Jones loose action figure, the Cairo Swordsman. And we've got an 80 plus on this guy. I mean, the hardest thing is this little tiny knife right here. It's always missing. The one I have in my collection, I got two in my collection. One of them has it and one of them doesn't. So I'll be selling both of those, though, here at some point. But this is a beautiful example of the Swordsman. And here is Tot. And I got a screaming deal on this one from the same person I got the other graded item from. And this is my buddy. And, man, I feel bad about the price that this went for. I guess people were more interested in other things that were ending near this time, and I came in and stole this item. But it's got 80 plus by AFA. This is the 1982 Kenner Indiana Jones loose action figure, Hong Kong COO, Tot. And look at that little tiny gun. That gun's always missing too. And then the back, I still have the wrapper on it. Haven't taken that off yet because I just recently got these in the mail. And here is Indiana Jones, and he's in his German outfit that he beats the guy up and takes that outfit. And it's a Kenner Indiana Jones loose action figure, Hong Kong COO, Indy in German uniform 80 plus. Just beautiful. Love this. And I think the one that is in my collection, I do not even have this. What is that? A rocket launcher? Who knows what that is? I think it's a rocket launcher, but I don't have that. And so I just have this guy. I think one of his thumbs broke, which really irritated me, which is actually very common. It's a very hard plastic on a lot of these hands, and those thumbs break very easily, so be careful with those. But happy to start getting some graded Indiana Jones in my collection, and we'll start getting those loose ones out of here. All right, now we'll go into some Ghostbusters. I've got a mint on card, these mini traps. And I got these so cheap, I had to purchase them. The card is in really nice condition, and this is actually going to be sent off to be graded. And the reason why I'm sending it off to be graded is because I've got the entire monster run of Ghostbusters. So it's like the Wolfman, the zombie, there's a Dracula, there's a Frankenstein. Let's see if they're on the back here. No, they're not listed on the back of this card. But anyways, I got a full run of those. And I'm just trying to upgrade. I would have showed them in this video, but I'm trying to upgrade one of them that actually had a tear up here that went all the way through. There is a little bit of wear here we can see on this, but the rest of this is in beautiful condition, so it shouldn't hurt the grade too bad. But the one that I've got, one of the figures has got a tear right here, and I found one online that's up for auction this week that I'm hoping that I'm going to get it, and I'll replace it, and then I'll send them all off. It's a run of, I think, it's like 6 figures. So I'm going to send this one in with those 6 figures mint on card and see what we get. All right, I've got a starting lineup graded by AFA, and it's Magic Johnson. And the reason I picked this up is because I have a Michael Jordan that's from the exact same series, and it's graded as well through AFA. And I wanted to get a few of these, especially if I can get them at a good price. And I got this at a great price. And this is an AFA 75 plus 1990 Kenner starting lineup. Basketball, Magic Johnson. I don't know why they have to put basketball. Magic Johnson didn't play any other sports. But the card got a 75, blister got an 80, and the figure got an 85. And there's the back of that. Again, I still have it in the wrap. I just got this actually about a month ago, and I just haven't taken it out yet. A lot of times I keep them in their packages because I am trying to find space where I'm going to put them. And so I keep them in there until I can figure it out. And I'll probably have to reorganize a little bit here to find places to put this. But I'll put them right next to Michael Jordan, and it'll look super nice. I've got a modern Star Wars item here, and it is Darth Maul. And the one thing about this, I already have a graded Darth Maul in my collection. I'm going to put that up for sale. But this one is signed by Ray Park, and it's part of the grade. We've got a 2012 Hasbro Star Wars TVC, The Phantom Menace, Darth Maul, SVC 86, signed by Ray Park. Card got a 80, blister got an 80, the figure got a 90 for an overall 80 score. And you can see his signature is right up here in red. It looks beautiful. I haven't taken the wrapper off, unfortunately, but it's VC 86. You can see right there in the upper right. And then you got the statement of archival right here, verifying signature and all that stuff. But I got a great deal from One Stop Comic Shop on eBay. And if you know them, you know them. They have the most incredible items and Star Wars signed comics. And sometimes they have action figures like this. And they typically will accept offers. And it's usually like, I'm trying to think, it's usually like at least 10 to 15% off if you put an offer in. That's where they're going to come back at. But still, their prices are actually really decent. And they have a lot of comics that are up for auction every single week. So you got to go check them out. And a lot of the stuff is signed. It's just beautiful, beautiful stuff. And I purchase from them at least once a month. And if you've seen my Ninja Turtle video, it's right here. The thumbnail's popping up. You know how many loose graded items and carded items that I have for Ninja Turtles. And here's some more. I got these from Charles at rogue5toys.com and 5 Idiots Talking Toys podcast here on YouTube. Their little pictures just popped up. Their links are down in the description as well. But here we've got a Genghis Frog. And let's take a look at this guy. We've got a 1989 Playmates Toys Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Series 2 Genghis Frog, 80 plus overall. These displays are incredible. They really make these figures pop. You see all the accessories. They're just beautiful. I love how these look. And I've got a wall right now of these stacked on top of each other, all displayed beautifully. And so you know, but make sure to check out my video. That link will be in the description as well, so you can see all of my other items. And we're going to go over even more items of Ninja Turtles right now. And here's General Trag. Look at this guy. What an amazing acrylic display. And we've got an 80 by CAS. It's the 1989 Playmates Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Series 2 General Trag. This is beautiful. Love having this guy. I think when Charles originally got all these items back from grading after it had taken almost like 2 years or something, I think he had one of these, and I just didn't pick it up at that time. And then he had another run of items that got to him, and I was able to then pick it up at that time. And here it is, beautiful. Last Ninja Turtle that is loose graded. Sorry I haven't taken everything out of the packages. I still need to figure out spacing for these items. I want to keep them protected. But we got an 85 from CAS right here. It's 1989 Playmates Toys Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Series 2 Usagi Yojimbo. This I had as an older child and younger teenage. I guess I would have been, in 89, I would have been 9 years old. I was born in 80, so I guess I was 9, but I can remember having this in my early teenage years, just, in my room or whatever else, or in a box of other Ninja Turtles and toys, and love this figure. And we're not going to see anything on the back because, oh, God, I didn't take the statement of archival out of this thing. Sorry, guys. But you can see right here, just beautiful, and nothing got taken off the sprue. It's still all attached. It's just a beautiful item. And sticking to our Ninja Turtles, I got some mint on cards I'd sent off to be graded. I picked these up from Toy Scout on eBay, who has a never-ending supply of toys. It's unbelievable what he sells. And I picked this one up, and let's see what we've got. We got a 75, which I'm okay with. And this is your 1991 Playmates Toys, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Series 3, a 27-back Fugitoid. A card got an 80, blister got a 75, figure got an 85 for that overall 75. And I can see, oh my gosh, that statement of archival is going to be blocking the view of the back, but you have the idea. If you've seen these, you know what's on the back of them there. But beautiful figure. And I've got, let's see, I'm counting 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 mint on cards that are graded. So this is number 4 that'll be in my collection. And here is number 5. This was one of my favorite villains in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series, as well as one of the characters and figures I played with the most with my Ninja Turtles. And what do we have here? A 75 plus from CAS 1989 Playmates, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Series 2, 14 back, Baxter Stockman. The card got a 75, blister got an 80, and the figure got an 85. Yep, and I'm blocking it there. But this one is awesome. I'm just happy to have this in my collection. I think I would, I don't know. I think having it loose graded like those other ones would have looked amazing. Just, having the wings and the extra arms on his back in the display. And I will say that CAS reached out to me and they said there was some like little black dots, I think, that they found inside of the blister and asked me if I wanted to still have it graded. And so I was like, yes, I don't have another one. So just grade it. And it still came back at a 75 plus. So, I'm happy. All right, let's go over some of these Star Wars items. I picked this one up from John, the action figure grader. He was selling this on Rogue5Toys.com, probably to sell off some of his items to purchase big items that he has been purchasing if you watch his channel, which I'm sure you do. There's no way you're watching my channel not watching his. And we've got a CAS graded 75 1980s Polish Star Wars first generation Rebel Soldier Hoth Battle Gear unarticulated bootleg in brown. Look at this figure. It is absolutely beautiful. Right now, I think I've got 6 loose graded Rebel Soldiers, and I had planned on doing a video on them, but I don't think 6 is enough. So I might have to add the Rebel Commander in there as well, or do some sort of Hoth featured video. Who knows? But this is absolutely beautiful. I love the foreign variants. I love the bootlegs. And this just goes right along with all those things I love. And sticking with Star Wars and my first graded video game. This is from CGC, graded an 8.5, Super Star Wars Return of the Jedi from the Super Nintendo Entertainment System from 1997. And this is absolutely beautiful. I remember playing this game. I loved it. And it's currently here on my arcade that has 70,000 games. It has almost every Star Wars game that's ever come out. And so I can play this at any point I want to. But having it sealed up like this is great for display, and I love having this. Okay, now we've got a bunch of mint on cards that I picked up from Gold Star Tech, which is kind of a newer Star Wars seller to eBay. They've got plenty of electronics that they sell all the time, but they just all of a sudden started selling Star Wars items. I picked up, let's see here, 1, 2, 3 items from them that we're going to go over. And this one is your Tri-Logo. It's a Tri-Logo Rebel Commander. And like I was saying, I've got lots of Rebel Commanders and Rebel Soldiers, so we might do a featured video on them. Here's the back of it. There is some creasing that is up here that we can see pretty easily. And that's about, a couple little things. So, you know what? It's probably a, 70 on the card. Blister's got a couple of dings. Figure's in beautiful condition. So this is probably going to end up with a 70 plus, is my guess. And that is fine with me because this is the first Tri-Logo that I have put into my collections being sent off to be graded along with the next 3 that we'll go over. Again from Gold Star Tech. We've got a Nikto, and this is just your regular Return of the Jedi with the Boba Fett coin offer sticker that's there. Here's the back. Absolutely a beautiful card. There's a little bit of wear right up in here. Otherwise, unpunched. Pretty nice condition overall. This will probably end up with a 75 plus is my guess. It's got a yellowed blister, which I know it's fine. As you've seen my videos in the past, you know that I'm fine with a yellowed blister as long as everything else is really good. And this one should get a pretty nice grade. I picked this one up from Brandon at 5 Idiot Stocking Toys and Rogue5Toys.com. It is your Star Destroyer Commander, also known as the Death Squad Commander. This is off the Return of the Jedi card, of course. And here's the back. I've still got it in this plastic casing because I'm going to send it that way to be graded. And this one's actually really nice. This is probably going to pull off an 80, yellowed 80. It's hard to find any kind of blemishes. Just a little bit of wear on some corners here and there. But overall, this is a beautiful card. Figure is awesome. Still got the blaster taped in there. That's a plus. Great. And last but not least is a mint on card Darth Vader. It's my first mint on card Darth Vader that is vintage. I've got some modern ones, but those don't count. And this is an unpunched Return of the Jedi card. It is a yellowed blister, but the blister is beautiful. I don't see a single dent on it. Figure's beautiful. The card, I mean, you can see this card is outstanding. And we go to the back, and I'm looking, and I don't see any marks, any creases on it at all. This has got to be an 80 plus all day. If it's not, then I don't know anything. So hold me to that. We will see when I get a CAS unboxing back a few months down the road, and we'll see if I'm an idiot or if I actually know what I'm talking about. I'm saying it's an 80 to an 80 plus is what I'm saying. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments if you see something I don't see, but this is absolutely beautiful. Cannot wait to get this graded and up into my collection. Okay, we did it. We got through it. If you're watching at this point, I've got to tell you, I appreciate that you're still watching because the analytics tell me that I need you to watch all the way through. I've got to get watch hours. Watch hours is how I can bump my level of where I'm at on YouTube and actually get to a point where I might make some pennies off each one of these videos, which I would really appreciate, and at least just to get to that status. So if you're watching, I appreciate it. And if we could, before we go anywhere, I'm still going to go over a couple little things, but before we go anywhere, if you could hit that like, subscribe, and that bell notification, I would really appreciate it too, because that is some more analytics that help. All the activity that we can do, like leaving comments down below what your favorite item was from this video, that really helps as well. Man, we had it all. We had Indiana Jones. We had Ghostbusters. We had Alf. We had Simpsons and a bunch of Star Wars items. We had VHS tapes. We had video games. I really try to get a ton of stuff that I don't need and spread it out over every category so that you can be entertained and I can at least reach somebody. Somebody has to like graded video games. Somebody has to like VHS tapes. And so I'm trying to just hit every little category of what people are into. Upcoming, you hit that bell notification. I don't know what's happening next Sunday. I really don't. I am looking around my room. I'm not sure. It's going to be probably something that's in my collection. I don't have CAS sending me stuff here. They've got a ton of items, but they're taking their time getting those back to me. So I don't have like a CAS unboxing. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. But we'll figure it out. It'll be entertaining. I promise you. Maybe it'll just be another figure in my collection that we'll do a big review, just like the Han Solo video that I talked about in the beginning, that I'm sure you've already watched, liked, subscribed, and commented on. But we will see. I'm not sure. I can tell you something that's exciting is this coming week, there is the eBay items that I have listed. We have got a very rare item. And I'm saying rare because you seldom ever see these. I've got an Imperial sniper from the Power of the Force vehicles that were released at the very end of the Kenner line. I've got one complete with all the stickers. It's in mint condition. It's beautiful. And I'm going to have a short, I think, coming out about it because it's the first time I've ever handled one. I have a graded one that I never touched. I purchased it loose, and it was sent directly to CAS to be graded before I had a chance to even touch the dang thing. But it is on my eBay items right now going forward this week. And so check the link out down below to get to my eBay stuff so you can see what it is. I listed it at $150 starting price, hoping it's going to go way more. And immediately, once it went up for auction, somebody bid on it immediately. So I think it's going to be a hot item, as you don't see them very often. We also have a Slave 1 vehicle. We got mini rigs. We got play sets. I got a Jabba the Hutt play sets, all complete. And we got tons of figures, all complete figures, the majority of them, and they're all in great condition. So make sure to check that out this week. But hey, listen, we've done it all. We've talked about past videos that maybe you haven't seen. We reviewed those. We've talked about my eBay stuff and all the exciting things that are happening there. We went over all the items that I've gathered in September, and I actually pushed a bunch of these items out. I still am looking around the room. I still have more items. I just didn't want to waste your time with so many items. I want to keep you engaged and not turning off and tuning on to somebody else. But we have some incredible items, I can tell you, already waiting for October that will be for the October mail haul video that'll happen next month. So you hitting that bell notification, you'll be notified when that video comes out. And every video, we got the Sunday videos like these, and we have all those Wednesday eBay videos like I talked about that come out. It's never ending here with the Star Wars Daddy. I appreciate all of your guys' support. I'm almost at the 1 year mark. The 1 year mark happens, I think, the very first week of December is when I released my very first video that had to do with Star Wars. And I cannot believe all the support that I've had and the amount of subscribers that we have and the views and the comments. It's really made collecting fun. I guess that's the best way to describe it. I was kind of like underneath a rock, listing my eBay items and just kind of churning and burning, and really didn't get myself out there. And I can tell you that all the interactions I have are incredible. And like I said, I appreciate all the support. And until the next time, Back to the Future? Wait, Back to the Dark Side? Who is your daddy?